Welcome to Mind Psychology Daily, where we explore the intricacies of the human mind. Today, we're going to ask a question that may shock you. Are you in control of your own behavior? Or are there forces at play that you're not even aware of? This is a question that has puzzled philosophers, psychologists, and scientists for centuries. And one man who dedicated his life to understanding the human psyche is Sigmund Freud. Born in 1856, Freud was an Austrian neurologist who founded the psychoanalytic school of thought. He believed that our unconscious mind plays a significant role in shaping our behavior, and that by understanding these unconscious patterns, we can gain insight into our motivations, desires, and fears. Freud's work revolutionized the field of psychology, and his ideas continue to influence contemporary thought. So, let's dive into the world of the unconscious, and explore the ways in which it controls our behavior. As Freud once said, the unconscious mind is the source of all creativity, inspiration, and innovation. But what does this mean, exactly? How does our unconscious mind influence our actions, decisions, and emotions? And what can we do to become more aware of these unconscious patterns? These are the questions we'll be exploring today, as we delve into the fascinating world of the unconscious mind. So, let's start with a real story that illustrates the power of the unconscious mind. One of Freud's most famous case studies is that of a woman known as Dora. Dora was a young woman who suffered from hysteria, a condition characterized by anxiety, depression, and irrational fears. Through a series of psychoanalytic sessions, Freud discovered that Dora's symptoms were linked to unconscious conflicts and desires. Specifically, Dora had repressed memories of a traumatic event from her childhood, which had been buried deep in her unconscious mind. These repressed memories were manifesting as physical symptoms, such as headaches and fatigue. By exploring these unconscious patterns, Freud was able to help Dora understand the root cause of her symptoms, and eventually, she was able to overcome her hysteria. This case study highlights the significant role that the unconscious mind plays in shaping our behavior. Our unconscious thoughts, feelings, and memories can influence our actions, decisions, and emotions in ways we're not even aware of. As Freud said, the unconscious mind is like an iceberg, with only a small portion visible above the surface. The majority of our thoughts, feelings, and desires remain hidden beneath the surface, influencing our behavior in subtle but powerful ways. So, how does this apply to our lives today? Well, the truth is that our unconscious mind is constantly at work, influencing our thoughts, feelings, and actions. From the way we interact with others to the way we make decisions, our unconscious mind is always playing a role. For example, have you ever found yourself drawn to certain people or activities without knowing why? This could be due to unconscious patterns and desires that are driving your behavior. Or, have you ever made a decision that seemed rational at the time, only to later realize that it was driven by unconscious fears or motivations? This is the power of the unconscious mind at work. By becoming more aware of these unconscious patterns, we can gain greater insight into our motivations, desires, and fears. We can learn to recognize when our unconscious mind is driving our behavior, and make more conscious choices. As Freud said, the goal of psychoanalysis is to make the unconscious conscious. By bringing these unconscious patterns to the surface, we can take control of our lives, and live more authentic, meaningful lives. So, how can we apply this insight to our daily lives? One way is to practice self-reflection and introspection. By taking the time to examine our thoughts, feelings, and actions, we can gain greater insight into our unconscious mind. We can ask ourselves questions like, what am I really motivated by? What are my deepest desires and fears? And how are these unconscious patterns influencing my behavior? So, what can we do to transform our lives and become more aware of our unconscious patterns? One practical technique is to practice mindfulness and meditation. By cultivating greater awareness of our thoughts, feelings, and sensations, we can learn to recognize when our unconscious mind is driving our behavior. We can also learn to challenge negative thought patterns and rewire our brain with more positive, empowering beliefs. Another technique is to engage in creative activities, such as writing, art, or music. By tapping into our creative unconscious, we can access new sources of inspiration and innovation. We can also learn to listen to our intuition, and trust our gut instincts. By tuning into our unconscious mind, we can make more informed decisions, and live more authentic, meaningful lives. As Freud said, the unconscious mind is the source of all creativity, inspiration, and innovation. By tapping into this source, we can unlock our full potential, and live the life we truly desire. So, take a moment to reflect on your own life. What unconscious patterns are driving your behavior? What desires, fears, and motivations are lurking beneath the surface? By becoming more aware of these patterns, you can take control of your life, and live a more authentic, meaningful existence. In conclusion, the unconscious mind is a powerful force that shapes our behavior in ways we're not even aware of. By understanding these unconscious patterns, we can gain greater insight into our motivations, desires, and fears. We can learn to recognize when our unconscious mind is driving our behavior, and make more conscious choices. So, if you want to unlock the secrets of your unconscious mind, and live a more authentic, meaningful life, be sure to subscribe to our channel, Mind Psychology Daily. We'll be exploring more fascinating topics in the world of psychology, and providing you with practical techniques and insights to transform your life. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to hit the like button, and share this video with your friends and family. Together, we can explore the mysteries of the human mind, and unlock our full potential.